Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm Jeff Grube here, representing Ms. Davis in this matter. Let me, some of the things you just talked about, you know, the autopsy report that you signed off on was several months later, is that correct?
I'm going to look, but you're probably right. It usually takes a while.
Okay, the death was on November the 17th of 2020, and you signed off on this report on September the 29th of 2021, is that correct?
Report here. Yes, that appears to be correct.
That would have been over 10 months later, is that right?
Correct.
And you, in answering the questions of Mr. Dwayne, you just mentioned that a lot of times you waited for the crime lab reports as far as toxicology and things of that nature, is that correct?
That's correct.
And you're aware, are you not, that the toxicology report that was done by Amanda Cook was completed on December the 16th of 2020. Do you have any recollection of that?
Oh, I don't have that in front of me, but that sounds right.
Okay, so it was about a month after the death, is that right?
That would be about right.
All right. And then there was another report done by Carla Turner, forensic toxologist, in your office that was completed on December the 23rd of 2020. Does that sound about right?
If that's on the report, yeah.
Okay.
That's fine.
So, I mean, were there any other reports that you were waiting on in a period of time from basically Christmas of 2020 until you signed off on your report at the end of September of the next year, 9 months or so later?
Not that I recall.
Okay. And you had mentioned that I guess your superior was Dr. Eisenstadt, is that correct?
Yes, he was the chief at the time.
And I guess from time to time you met with Dr. Eisenstadt concerning the cause of death in this matter.
I don't know how many times we've met. He is. You have to remember, I live in Ohio, so I come down 1 week a month, to either Macon or Pooler, Savannah, to do cases. So whenever I would be able to see him, would only be whenever I go up to headquarters. Okay. And if you say we have several meetings, I'll take your word for it, but I don't remember.
And Mr. Dwayne just asked you some questions about when you met with Dr. Eisenstadt and other people in your office. Later on, in September of 2021, to go ahead and get this autopsy report prepared. Is that right?
Yes.
And this was something that was done online with you and Dr. Eisenstadt and the district attorney's office here and the sheriff's department here, Houston County Sheriff's Department. Do you recall that?
I was here for that. I remember meeting with Eisenstadt, but I don't remember meeting online. If that's the case.
Well, I mean, do you remember talking to the district attorney's office about your findings?
Not until recently.
Okay. Okay.
Because this was a case from 5.5 years ago, so.
Sure. Okay. But nonetheless, you wouldn't disagree that your office, being the GBI Division of Forensic Sciences, talked with the district attorney's office just immediately prior to you issuing or signing off on your autopsy report. Is that right?
I don't know. I don't know who they talked to before I signed off on my report.
Okay. But you recognize that it was several months later.
Yes. This is during COVID too. Whenever I would, so when I came down, there were times of the lab to be closed, and
right.
So,
and there was there ever any concerns that COVID may have been involved in this child's death?
No.
Just a second, Dr. Brown, let me just ask you this. I take it that the autopsy was done within a day or so of the child dying, is that correct?
That would be correct.
And this was done where? At the facility in Macon?
It was. Yeah, Central Lab, that was it.
Okay, a central labs in Macon or Dry Branch actually?
Correct. Dry Branch, yes, that's the town, whatever.
And who all, as far as the photographs that were taken, who took those photographs? Did you take them or did?
No, I directed who took them. They were taken by our autopsy assistants. There's what they call death investigation specialists and pathology, forensic pathology assistants, and they're the ones who take all photographs.
All right. But in any event, and you were told originally that the child had some asthma problems, is that right? Some respiratory problems?
Yeah, suppose they had breathing problems, and the story that we were told was that the child had breathing problems, that the boyfriend, caretaker, said the breathing problems, contacted the mother. Mother said, he said you gave him breathing treatment, and you gave him another breathing treatment, evidently that didn't work. She said take him to the pediatrician.
All right. Now, you testified as to that you noticed some injuries to the top of the head or the back of the head. Is that right?
Yeah, some scalp hemorrhage.
Okay.
There was no injury to the brain or the skull.
Okay. But none of that contributed to the child's death.
That shouldn't have, no.
I mean, not at all. I mean, that's just typical in the child's existence. Is that fair?
I don't know that it wasn't part of the continuum, whether the child was receiving blunt force trauma at the same time. I don't know, but no, the scalp hemorrhage itself would not have caused this child's death.
All right. Now, in your report, or there was some talk about this child that the injuries could have occurred anywhere from within 24 hours to 72 hours prior to the child's demise. Is that correct?
And that was in my report?
Well, I mean, do you recall Dr. Eisenstadt telling you that was?
Objection, Your Honor, hearsay at this point.
I don't think Dr. Eisenstadt's conclusions can come in. You can ask this witness if he reached that conclusion or not.
All right. Well, did you reach that conclusion that it was within 24 to 72 hours?
No, I didn't put a time on it.
You didn't put a time on it?
I mean, it was recent, but it was not, I can't tell you how many hours.
I mean, could it have been an hour before the child's death?
Doubtful.
Okay. Could it have been a week before?
No, because some of the injuries would have healed. Some of the injuries would have been in the process of healing. So we wouldn't have seen all the injuries that we saw. They'd all been scabs or some, some of the injuries in the mouth, injuries on the body would have healed, or they've been in the process of healing. In other words, scabbing over. So you don't get a scab the next day.
Okay, but did any of the injuries that she showed around the mouth there, did that contribute to the child's death?
No.
Okay. I'm talking about a lacerated liver.
That's correct.
Okay. And I understand that there's a term called lingering liver bleed. Is that a statement?
That word, I've never heard that term.
Okay. But we don't know when the injury occurred, do we?
I do not.
I mean, it's something that could have happened. As far as the liver is concerned, is that something that could have happened within, say, 6 hours of the child dying?
The liver was lacerated and it bled, and it just depends on how fast it bled. I don't know how long it took for it to happen.
You don't have an educated guess as to, I mean, if it was an hour before, or 6 hours
That's an
before.
answer, Judge.
Objections overruled.
I mean, do you have any an educated opinion as to when it could have happened,
No.
or how it could have happened.
It happened from blunt force trauma.
Okay, what is blunt force trauma? I mean, from a car wreck, you've already established that, but from,
And they didn't tell me he was in a car wreck.
okay, all right. I mean, it could have happened from someone hitting someone with a baseball bat.
Oh, absolutely could.
Okay.
Significant trauma to the abdomen caused the laceration of his liver.
And you don't know how that significant trauma occurred,
I do not.
or any suppositions how
I do not.